Well, ultimately, having to fight for a spot in this league may make him a better player. He's already been tested and come out on top.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's T at the center. And for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram at the small forward position. Here's Paul. Favors trying to break free. Pass to T. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player. Some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy.
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and they're on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Takes it off the glass.
And Ball being aggressive there with his penetration, seizing on any open space to get to the basket.
T, the pass to Rondo. Here's T, and it's Ingram with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Holiday with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building, not in a good mood.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
And it's Waiters at the elbow. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And stolen by Favors. Waiters against Holiday. Feeds to Favors. That's tipped. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. T trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And the rejection by Favors.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
That one goes in.
So you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the more you hear about Drew Holiday, a magnetic personality. He really connects with his team.
It'll be very interesting to watch the growth of Drew Holiday in that aspect this year, Kevin, with all of the additions of young, unrealized talent. Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Drew Holiday has got to be much more of a conductor this year, along with keeping his levels of performance elite.
Ingram outside. That's to Williamson. He takes it to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. That shot missing. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Down low. And the dunk by Williamson.
Man, the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
He can't get that one to fall. Holiday with the defensive effort. Pelicans leading by 4. And Ball slams it in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And it's Davis missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity, and the dunk by LeBron.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4-point game. Free throw line jump shot. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Outside Rondo. Here's T. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Davis against Ingram. Five on the clock. Passes it to Holiday. Here's Favors, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here for the night. Second free throw, no good.
And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but man, could they use a few shooters.
The Lakers trail. And there's the pass to T. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ball kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Favors. Back to Holiday. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by T.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Stolen by Holiday. Deflects the pass. Here's Favors. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the Lakers with another turnover here. J.J. Redick's checked in. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And slammed up by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Davis. He's out there with T. Rajon Rondo is out there with Murray. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. Holiday the pass to Okafor. He dishes it to Ingram. At 6. Here's Okafor. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
The shot's good from T.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Ingram against Murray. Hart the pass to Holiday. And the 3 ball is good. Holiday's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Drew aggressive there, right? You could see committing to that shot, looking more than happy to rise up and fire.
And again it will drop another make there from T. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Holiday looking over the floor. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The Lakers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Pass to Hart. Ingram outside. For Murray. Here's Okafor. And Davis sends it back. They get it back. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Caruso. No good with the layup.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Pass to Hart. Floats one up. Again, New Orleans turns it over. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Hayes comes in for Okafor. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Hart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. And the foul called on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Lakers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday still there to this day.
And so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And to sit at his locker, take a long shower, he doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Lakers working the ball around now. Here's T, out of hand on it. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. The shot off that time. Murray with the defensive effort. T, the pass to Davis. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Mastinelli. Inside. Nice D from T.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
They get it back. Davis, another shot. Now the pass to T. It's in there. Davis with the assist. T's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Ingram against Murray. Ingram passes to Nelly. Ball with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Count that one. Hayes has got 4 this quarter.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He also dished the rock.
The shot's good from T.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Doubled by Murray. And Davis sends it back. in the basket from T. T's got 22.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. And then for the Lakers, James comes in for Murray. And it's Waiters in for Alex Caruso. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So, in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly...
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Holiday attacking. Nice defense from T. Los Angeles leading by 14. Davis dishes to Rondo. To the inside. Davis, the pass to T. Misses from close range. New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. New Orleans making some changes here. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for T, and Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Alvin Gentry has seen a lot in his...
The Lakers making a switch here. The Pelicans have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. First free throw is good.
Well, Redick used properly can be lethal for your offense. You just can't afford to fall asleep on him.
8 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here is LeBron. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back to... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from T.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. I know his teammates are loving that as well.
Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And it's LeBron missing.
Defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. For the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Davis against Ball. Just 5 on the clock. And Rondo sends it back.
An average shot blocker. The key for Rondo is to know when to leap up for those rejections. That time using length.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And here's James that bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 17 points was their biggest biggest margin. Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Holiday. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Holiday focus there and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Well, here's a group now that knows how to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards in the NBA during the past 10 games. LeBron James, number 1.
He just sees the entire floor so well. And from the wing, it's that vision that enables him to penetrate and find the open man in a very crowded area.
Well, it's one thing not just to do it in the half court, but to see it in the open floor, recognizing your 4 other teammates running the wings. Those passing skills are special.
He misses the free throw.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
And he sinks the second.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
And the Lakers with another turnover here.
And looking at some numbers for T, unbelievable play for him over the last month. How about 43 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. That one's in there. The Lakers lead cut down to 8 on the bucket from Williamson.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Shots good by Waiters.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 6.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Ingram against James. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shots makes it very difficult to block.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. The Lakers also with the sub. Green's checked in. And one of the major pieces of the Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Brent figures to be a big piece for this Pelicans team.
So much talk about Brandon Ingram and potential unrealized, and maybe some stability around this new organization with head coach Alvin Gentry is going to bring out the best in Brandon Ingram.
Here's Rondo, who's back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Okafor's checked in for New Orleans. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Ball. Lakers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession. Alex Caruso has checked in for Los Angeles. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. He's one of the standouts over the last month. First in assists, and he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Ingram's running. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's T. three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Holiday kicks the ball. Off target from outside. Lakers leading by 5. Here's T. And he banks in the layup. T's got 30.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Ball dishes to Okafor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 8 points for Jahlil Okafor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
LeBron passes to Caruso. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron outside. Pass to Caruso. T covered by Hayes. Clock at 4. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And the Lakers also making a change. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Alex Caruso. Ingram. And slammed tight by Ingram.
Really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, New Orleans. Green kicks to LeBron. Here's T. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. T's got 8 here in the quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Ball, the pass to Redick. Latrey. Good on the three-point shot. Redick's got 5 points so far.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Ingram with the steal. Elbow shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles Leafs cut down to 2 on the bucket from J.J. Redick.
And J.J. showing off a little bit of the in-between game. Redick exploiting the gaps in the defense on that possession.
Green, the pass to T. And Kuzma has it in the corner. To the paint. Outside for Davis. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. And the Lakers turn it over again. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for T. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Holiday, the pass to Redick. Here's Williamson. Kicks to Holiday. To the middle. And there's Williamson on the assist by Holiday. Williamson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans. So for the Lakers right now, Anthony Davis is out there with T. And it's LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Waiters in at the shooting guard.
It's a thing of beauty when it goes in. Waiters with his own style from deep.
Now, here's Redick. Pass to Holiday. It's Redick on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot.
What a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
From the baseline. It's good, and the New Orleans Leaders cut to just 7 points in the basket from James.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
It's stolen by Rondo. And here we go. Rondo heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, sometimes Rondo's a step ahead of everybody, even the coaching staff, especially on defense when he swipes the ball away like that.
Holiday attacking. And the layup is good. Holiday's got 19 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pelicans leading by 7. Well, after just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Waiters gets a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple. And here's Ball. They'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
Here's Paul, the kick out to Holiday from outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's T. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Passes it to Favors. He kicks it to Holiday. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. The pass the ball. 5 to shoot. Tries from the block. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Just looks so easy for LeBron James, a powerhouse who can score from anywhere.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. If there is any concern for Anthony Davis, it's that early in his career he has dealt with a lot of injuries. But Brent, he does play a high-impact style.
You think so, Kevin? He's one of the top 5 players in the league, and at his position is absolutely exemplary. Think about it. 7 seasons in New Orleans with the Pelicans and 13 playoff games to show for it. Change of scenery, an opportunity in Los Angeles to play with LeBron James. It's going to be interesting to see where it is his career goes from with this move.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Pelicans leading by 6. Now, Ball. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. New Orleans gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the 4th quarter. Rondo on the double team. Here's Williamson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Well, if there was ever a no-doubt #1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumps at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set this young star player could be.
They'll get another chance.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you are, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end. All the officials are all over that.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that he was a young player. he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Holiday against Waiters. Outside Holiday. Pass to Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his third assist on the night. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And at 6'6", ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you want from an elite point guard.
And he's good on the three ball.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Lakers trail by 12. To the paint, here's Rondo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Rondo's got 4 points this quarter.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Holiday trying to free himself up. Ball no good. Here's Waiters. From down in the low post, it goes.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Traps in the tray.
Well, the D has done a very poor job of contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And then Waiters with the jam.
And I think that's the preference from Waiters. He should attack the rim more often.
Ingram passes the ball. Here's the teardrop, and he sinks the layup. Ball's got 20 points.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pelicans pull it in. Ingram's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Favors again with the block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Free throw, no good for Waiters.
Still struggling to find some consistency as an offensive player, but Waiters does get to the free throw line a fair amount for a guy who shoots so many threes.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. T. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors has got his 16th rebound on the night. Ingram passes to Williamson. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Stolen by Ball. Tipped away. And now here's Here's Davis, the fast break opportunity, and it goes down 2 points. Davis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Rondo against Ball. 1:19 left in the game. Down low, here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ingram's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pelicans. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Rondo gets the bucket.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for the Pelicans.
Now, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Brandon Ingram.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
They get it again. 2 seconds left, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis.
An absolute.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Murray with it. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the third finish down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why